Hey friends, welcome back to the channel with another movie reaction. It's actually pretty cold today, so it's perfect weather to watch Frozen 2. And I saw the first movie a couple years ago before I started my channel, hence not reacting to it for this channel. But I'm excited to see the second one. I'm excited to catch up with Elsa, Anna, Kristoff, Olaf, Sven, the reindeer. And yeah, since watching the first movie, I've become a big fan of Kristen Bell due to watching The Good Place, so it's making me look forward to this movie even more. But we're gonna get started. If you want to watch the full reaction, you can check out Patreon in the link in the description below. Otherwise, let's get started.
Who cares about danger when there's love?
Ugh, Anna, guessing won't save the forest. You've seen an enchanted forest?
Wait, what?
I have.
Wait, what?
Once.
And you never told us this before?
Well, I could tell you now if you...
Let's make a big snowman later.
if they can settle in it. Far away. It felt so... magical. Something went wrong. They
the
turned
heck?
their magic against us all. And someone saved me.
Whoa, Papa. That was epic.
Unredeemable monster.
Greatest mistake of your life. We didn't even kiss you.
Villain.
Oh.
Kind of got it. Okay, Olaf, you're up.
Unicorn?
Ice cream. Castle. Oaken.
Okay.
Teapot.
Teapot.
Mouse.
Oh, mouse.
Elsa.
Elsa!
I don't think Olaf should get to rearrange. Doesn't matter. This is gonna be a cinch. I am afraid of what I'm risking if I follow you into the unknown.
Whoa. What? Uh-oh. Whoa.
I climbed the North Mountain, survived a frozen heart, and saved you from my ex-boyfriend, and I did it all without powers. So, you know, I'm coming.
Me too.
I'll
drive.
I'll bring the snacks! Did you know that water has memory? Did you know wombats poop squares?
Did you know sleeping quietly on long journeys prevents insanity?
Yeah, that's not true.
It is.
Definitely true. It's the truth.
Well, that was unanimous.
What do you want to do?
Anna.
Make out?
Anna, I said you'd have to be crazy to want to marry a man you just met.
Wait, what? Crazy? You didn't say I was crazy. You think I'm crazy?
No, I did. You were. Not crazy.
Not
Clearly.
going well.
Just naive. Not naive.
Uh-oh.
Just
Uh-oh.
new to love. Like I was. I'm saying that
Kristoff,
it's
stop, please.
a good idea.
I hear it.
Good
I
idea.
hear the voice. You do?
Enchanted Forest is a place of transformation, but I can't wait to see what it's gonna do to each one of us.
That's ominous. God of War vibes.
This would be a pretty romantic place.
You mean like with someone else?
What?
No! Oh my god.
I'm saying, just in case we don't make it out of here.
Wait, what?
Oh my
you don't
god.
think we're gonna make it out of here?
No. Well, technically the odds are kind of complicated, but my point is.
You think we're gonna die?
No. Patronize me.
Samantha?
Samantha.
I don't even know it's Samantha.
Sinkhole! Samantha.
This is fine.
This is fine.
With two sisters, one born with magical powers, one born powerless. Their love of snowmen, infinite. Well, at least they have their parents. Their parents are dead.
Dude!
Oh, hi, I'm Anna. I'm the man I just met. My heart.
Oh my goodness.
Only an act of true love can save you. Here's a true love's kiss. You're not worth it. Guess what? I'm the bad guy. What?
What?
Anna freezes to death.
Oh my god.
Oh, Anna. Then she unfreezes.
Fire and smoke. Just blasted. Just started blasting.
No, no, no,
god, it's cute. Haha.
You hear it too. What do we do?
That's a Northuldra scarf.
What?
Oh.
It's Mother. Mother saved Father's life that day.
Halima's still over at Hudson's Hearth?
She is.
Really? She married?
Oh.
Wow. Why doesn't that make me feel better?
What else do you miss?
Why didn't that make me feel better?
My father.
My feisty, fearless, ginger sweet love. Will you marry me?
Not her.
No. The princess left
No.
with the queen.
You feel what you feel.
Oh my god.
And those feelings are real. Come on, Kristoff. Let down your guard.
I'm left
Oh my God.
behind, wondering if I should follow.
Oh man, this boy is dramatic.
They were looking for answers about me. You are not responsible for their choices, Elsa. No, just their deaths. If anyone can save Arendelle and free this forest, it's you. I believe in you, Elsa, more than anyone or anything. So we go to Ahtohallan. Not we. Me. Wait, what? What are you doing? Elsa!
Saw that coming.
Give me a hand!
Oh boy.
Hang on! Oh, wait,
Oh,
no!
Come
This might sound crazy.
I'm still here, holding your hand.
Aww.
Yeah, that's a good point, Anna. I feel better. You're such a good listener.
God of War vibes. Again.
Try not to scream.
I realize why there are so many God of War vibes too, actually, because they're both set in the same, based on the same mythology. Whoa, that is cool. Oh. Training montage. Wow. Oh. Whoa, whoa, whoa! Out of my ocean. Oh. Ooh. Well, that's one way to get across an ocean.
See, the damned will weaken their lands, so they will have to turn to me.
Wow.
King Rudolph the Damned is hurting the forest.
Wow.
I'm flurrying away. The magic in me is fading. I just thought of one thing that's permanent. Love.
Warm hugs.
They'll be fine, right? Eventually.
Hello, darkness. I'm ready to succumb.
Damn.
You must go on and do the next right thing. So I walk through this night, stumbling blindly toward
Destroying the dam. With the giants?
Wake up!
Oh. Oh my god. Each step is like making her lose her footing. Oh god. Sven. And yeah, there we go. Kristoff.
Kristoff!
I'm here.
King Runard betrayed everyone. My sister gave her life for the truth. Please, before we lose anyone else.
Oh, they're calling it here. Make sure you don't die. Oh, it's shaped like... Oh god. I just said make sure you don't die.
I've got her.
There we go. Is she gonna try and freeze everything? What? Oh my god. Whoa! So cute.
You saved me. I did?
I did?
Arendelle did not fall.
It didn't?
The spirits all agree. Arendelle deserves to stand with you. You did what was right.
Olaf.
Anna, do you want to build a snowman?
What?
Thank goodness. Water has memory.
Oh. She brought it, all his pieces with her. Is it?
Will you marry me?
Oh my goodness. Olaf!
Oh my god.
I'm sure.
Charming.
Your Majesty.
Kristoff!
I prefer you in leather anyway.
We look good.
Halima, General Matthias.
Your Majesty, I'll be right back. You can look at our photograph while I'm gone. I'm just kidding. How am I doing?
Oh.
Our lands and people, now connected by love.
Charades Friday night. Don't be late.
Oh.
And don't worry, Arendelle's doing just fine.
Alright, I wasn't sure how much I would like this film. It has the reputation of being geared towards very young kids. And it doesn't call out to me the same way it does to a lot of younger people. But I still really enjoyed it. I probably sounded really old just then. The youngins are yeeting in my backyard. I'm still 28, though I'm 29 on February 20th. So anyway, it's a good movie. Okay, so first I mentioned God of War twice throughout the film, and even included a picture and a clip. And yeah, it dawned on me partway through the film that yeah, they're both based on Norse mythology, so that makes sense. But it made me wonder if there was any Norse mythology in the first film. I don't recall that much about the first film, but yeah, anyway, just a little fun extra thing that I noticed. Elsa and Anna as toddlers were so cute. Anna especially. She was just like a little bit more... She was a little bit younger, so she was a little bit more like easily confused and cute. And yeah, the music is pretty good. I don't think I can include... I wasn't able to include a lot of the full songs in the reaction though. Thankfully, I was able to get bits and parts in it. I got the first Into the Unknown like chorus part, but then the second part didn't fit at all. But yeah, the first song about Elsa and Anna's mom, Elsa and Anna's mom singing for them was really sweet. Anna falling asleep to it was very comical, like mouth open, looking silly. It's a nice callback to the first film where she's kind of a mess when she wakes up and gets out of bed. There are also other nice callbacks to when Anna knocks on Elsa's door to see if she's okay after she couldn't show charades. She couldn't show ice in charades. It's the same knock that she does when she asks, "Do you want to build a snowman?" And Into the Unknown. I actually really like that song because at first Elsa is singing about not wanting to risk what she has to go out into the unknown. But like the sense of adventure in that chorus like clearly tells a different story, and it was like a little bit, the first time through it was a little bit jarring, but then she says that a part of me always like is dragging, like telling her to go into the unknown. Like the dissonance at first between her words and the tone portray the conflict within her like really, really well, and I really appreciated that. Olaf, he's at this point where he thinks he's older and therefore wiser, and yet he also thinks Anna is like all-knowing and ancient, which is kind of rude, but like there's no malice behind calling her ancient, so it's pretty funny, and she doesn't take it in any offensive way. Unlike with everything that Kristoff says, she's just like, you think I'm crazy? And it was just that was a very funny scene. I really love Kristen Bell, actually. I've only ever seen her in The Good Place, and I heard her voice in voicing Anna. So yeah, I'm very curious about her other roles. I've heard Veronica Mars is back. I don't know if it's still playing or if it finished its season already, but yeah, I would love to check out more of her work. But yeah, other songs. Some Things Never Change, like How I'm Holding On Tight to You. I really thought at the end it was gonna like change pitch like drastically. Holding on. I actually forgot the tune, but I thought it was gonna go like super high just to close off. But yeah, I like the song. I love that Kristoff is always like mouthing what Sven says. I believe I have a vague recollection of that happening in the first film, but like I didn't remember it until I saw this film. But yeah, on the way to the Enchanted Forest, Olaf is listing off his trivia, and it works as a good plot device and sets things up later. Like he says water has memory, and that came around a lot. And when they enter the Enchanted Forest, he says, "Did you know that an enchanted forest is a place of transformation?" And like he didn't know what that meant, but he was looking forward to seeing what it would do to each and every one of them. And so that was very ominous, but also what did it do to all of them? Like how did they all transform? And I think for Olaf, I mean, he obviously melted and flurried away and then came back. But I don't know that his personality changed too much. For Kristoff, the line, his transformation is really embodied by how much more confident he is about his love and his feelings for Anna. He says, "My love is not fragile," when she says that she was sorry for leaving him. And before that, it was that ridiculous song where he was singing with Sven. That was so funny. I'll get to that more later, but yeah, they've transformed a lot. Elsa winds up going into nature and being up there with the Northuldra, and Anna becomes queen. Anna actually has a very big transformation, I would argue, since she became like extremely depressed and was able to pull herself through that, and then find out that the reason for her depression wasn't real anyway. Like Elsa was still alive, so that made her definitely stronger and tougher. But yeah, lots of transformation. And Olaf's song when he's supposed to be freaking the heck out was really funny too. One day I'll realize that these were totally normal events. I appreciate the sinkhole that appears, crossover with The Good Place, because Kristen Bell is Anna. The sinkhole, I think, was in season 1, but I think they made a couple of jokes about it afterwards too. And Olaf comes across all the forest spirits and is like freaked out by all of them. This is fine. Yeah, and the forest spirits it's like the Avatar: water, earth, fire, air. Long ago, the four nations lived together in harmony. Then everything changed when the Fire Nation attacked. Yeah, Avatar: The Last Airbender. One of the best shows of all time. Wish I hadn't seen it so I could react to it. But yeah, the spirits are the same elements, and Frozen 2 also has the same idea that there are multiple sides to a spirit. There are not necessarily evil and good spirits. Like the air spirit Olaf named Gale caused a tornado, but then once it calmed down, played around a lot with everybody. The fire spirit was setting the forest ablaze, but it was also very playful and cute. Yeah, it's a lot of fun to watch. And especially with the water spirit, it was like trying to drown Elsa, and then suddenly, by the end of the film, it's like it's her noble steed. Yeah, one of my favorite characters is favorite minor characters is Lieutenant Matthias. He's hilarious. His reactions to Olaf recapping the first Frozen movie was great. Loved it. What? I don't know why. And then, yeah, Kristoff's song where Sven freaking sings is so funny. It's ridiculous, and I love it. And Kristoff is just so dramatic, and that was a lot of fun. Anna and Elsa find out that their parents died trying to find answers about Elsa's powers, and that has to be really rough. Anna is able to say some really sweet things, though. But then after all this talk about we're going to do everything together, Elsa just like sent her in a boat on her merry way. And yeah, the scene with Elsa fighting against the water spirit, that was kind of beautiful. Like, it felt like it could have been a little longer, but the taming of the water spirit was really cool. The song after that was really interesting. She was saying that this voice calling out to her was the answer she's been waiting for all of her life. But it turns out that she is the one she's been waiting for all of her life. Like, she's been waiting to show herself and be who she truly is. Which brings me to what this movie is for. Like, I feel like there are so many messages, positive messages, that this movie could send to children. And I feel like they're hidden a little too deep for it to happen, though. Hopefully parents or somebody guide them to understand, or maybe they watch it years later and realize things about themselves. But yeah, like I was mentioning before, she's been waiting to show herself. She's been waiting for something she's been waiting for this voice to answer what she's been waiting for all of her life. And that's a really fascinating concept, because if I had watched this as a kid, the meaning would have gone over my head, sadly. But I desperately needed to understand that train of thought, because yeah, when I was younger, I didn't really receive any affection from my parents, and I was just constantly looking for something, and it led me to like searching for something or someone who could fill those needs for me. And like, I was in my early 20s when I realized how wrong it was to place such high expectations on another person. Like, oh, here's all my baggage, show me the love I was never given. Like, that's a huge ask, and it's an unreasonable expectation. I was in my mid-20s before I realized that like no amount of external affection was ever gonna make me fulfilled until I could learn to love and care for myself. Which, yeah, I feel like it ties, like there's a message in this song that you are the one you've been waiting for all of my life. Like, I am the one. Yeah, so I'm much happier now. Don't need to worry about that, despite the fact that I never really got much more affection. But my self-worth isn't tied to how other people treat me, at least not nearly as much. But yeah, I feel like the song where she's been searching for something all of her life and it turns out to be herself is a heck of a message. But yeah, it feels a little deep for children. But yeah, interestingly enough, this movie also touches on issues of colonization and imperialism. I wouldn't say it tackled the issue, but it like brought them up. Maybe gets kids starting to think about indigenous people. I mean, I feel like the parents would need to guide them too a little bit, depending on how young they are. And yeah, it turns out that Elsa and Anna are Northuldra, And I guess what I can hope for is that the message of we need to help right the wrongs in our society. I hope that gets through. Like, Anna and Elsa are not responsible for their grandfather's actions, but they do have to reckon with the consequences, and they do have a duty to help the Northuldrans, not because they're his granddaughters, but because everybody has that duty to try and create a more just and fair world. Yeah, Elsa and Anna's grandfather's gift of peace, the dam, wound up just being a something to weaken the Northuldran lands so that they can come to the king for help. Which, I mean, imperialism, colonialism, yeah, that's pretty much spot on. Even the father didn't really understand what happened. Like, he thinks they were tricked because, like, kids don't see that their parents are capable of monstrous things. And sometimes we tried, and especially in the United States, the history books, everything tries to play up how we're this great nation, and we kind of leave out a lot of horrible things we've done. I'm not entirely sure why Elsa froze when she found out the truth about her grandfather, though. Is it that she overused her powers in order to see these visions and create these, like, snow recreations of things? But she's able to send a message to Anna before Olaf starts to crumble. And I feel like that would have been much more impactful if I was a kid who didn't know it was inevitable that Elsa and Olaf were going to be fine by the end of the film. They even set it up earlier. Water has memory. And yeah, I appreciate that Gale was the one who gathered up all the snow from Olaf and placed them in a safe place, though. But yeah, Anna's depression song, that was something. I didn't think it would get that dark. Hello darkness, I'm ready to succumb. That is bordering on some, like, suicidal language there, but I'm not even sure if it's bordering or if it's just, like, it sounds exactly like it. But it's also so, like, we know in a general sense how much Anna loves Elsa, but to see how much she relies on her, how broken she is without her, even though I'm like, Elsa will be fine, it was still heartbreaking to see Anna go through that. And she sings about learning how to stand when it's not Elsa she's rising for. And yeah, just a few stanzas later, there's this thing that's been brought up the entire film: just do the next right thing. And that's a very obvious message to send to kids, though, so I'm hoping that gets through. But yeah, with the amount of people who are plagued by depression or anxiety or suicidal thoughts, this movie actually does try to show someone struggling through it and just put one foot in front of the other to do the next right thing. Yeah, like I said, so many messages in this movie that I hope reach the next generation even a little bit. I feel like you do need to dig for them a little bit, though. Like at the end, after Anna has the Earth Giants destroy the dam, the fact that Elsa is able to stop Arendelle from being destroyed is great. This is like super this is something you really have to dig for, and it's just like possibly something that only I'm getting or someone with my thought process is getting. Like, it's what I was seeing is like it's possible to respect indigenous rights and advocate for them without destroying the way of life that has been built at their expense. But yeah, like, they were able to save everyone, and happy ending. Anna becomes queen. General Matthias has a short scene with the woman he loved before he was trapped in the forest. I'm actually not too sure. It's a happy ending, kind of, but I feel like Anna is queen and Elsa off in nature. It makes a lot of sense. It's what's best for everyone. And they're not that far from each other, but I can't help but just feel a little sad. Like, I don't know. I'm an only child, so maybe I don't have a good read on what sibling relationships are like and what siblings mean to each other. I just remember asking my mom for an older brother when I was 4, but that wasn't possible. But yeah, to be separated from the people you love, even if it's just a short water spirit horse ride away, is kind of sad. But yeah, I always enjoy seeing characters just relax and have a good time. So I definitely would have loved to see another charades game where Olaf doesn't like. I feel like that's cheating, just being able to rearrange your body. But I'm glad they'll see each other soon enough and often enough. And yeah, I'm gonna give this movie an 8. Yeah, enjoyed it overall, and yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed my reaction. If you want to see the full reaction, you can check out Patreon in the link in the description below. Otherwise, leave a comment, leave a like, subscribe, all that good stuff, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye, friends.